we were pretty much forced to learn that Judaism means one thing. It means religion. Unfortunately, for secularists in Israel, the Jewish identity is almost lost.
I didn't identify myself as a Jew, more as an atheist, non-believer.
They're denying their fact that they're Jewish.
In this country, what we have politically and culturally is only the Orthodox option.
And that makes us be very alienated to our own culture, which we hardly know anything about, because we are the Jewish people. We don't know what that means anymore.
I feel very Jewish in many ways, but not from a religious point of view. There is no one form of Judaism. There are Judaisms. That is something I learned very much later on in life, and I felt after 20 years of testing things out at universities and so forth, that the only possible future for a Jewish child who feels Jewish but not religious and wants to learn something about it, he needs the right kind of schooling.
The importance of my father's work and his dream coming true is that he learned, he educated himself, and all that to start to build knowledge in a field that was basically unknown.
I grew up in what you might call a modern Orthodox house in a religious education system. When I reached the age of 16, I couldn't find myself anymore in the religious society. And I think I started to maybe seek for God, maybe seek for something else, different laws, different points of view. And then began maybe the most influential 3 years of my life. Mind-changing, mind-opening. The Ofakim Program helped me to start a journey in which I can find myself in the Jewish world.
The Ofakim Program is a scholarship program for BA students that aims to make the best teachers we can for Jewish history and philosophy. It brought teachers into a lot of high schools that didn't even think about teaching Judaism before. So in that sense, the Ofakim Program is a revolution in the Israeli educational system.
What was special about Tel Aviv University was their reputation as a university worldwide. Tel Aviv University also had a first-class Judaica department.
Felix Posen understands the real problem of the Jewish people today, the tension between modernity and religion. Ofakim Program gives the real answer to this problem.
I took my 12th graders Jewish philosophy class, and we're traveling the Galilee. We walked through the main milestones of Judaism as it today.
We actually visualize the life of the persons that lived there, and how did they lived, and how did they keep themselves as Jews, no matter what the times bring to them.
To understand that even if they believe in God or don't believe in God, this is still their culture.
I teach Judaic studies in the Allison Educational Campus here in Las Vegas. In the United States, what happens is that when kids go to study Judaic studies, it almost always is associated with religion. And what we try to bring is something else. To me, and what I try to convey to these students is that Judaism is not just a religion. It's not necessarily being Orthodox or Reform or conservative. Judaism means that I can choose not to be a part of any of these, but still have this religion and culture be a huge part of my life.
I feel like I'm getting a better aspect of Judaism. It's also helped me bring myself closer to my family through Judaism.
In that way, start to shape how I feel about these texts, stories, characters, and in generally how I feel about my Jewish identity.
Felix Posen is a man of vision. Thanks to Felix, Daniel, and the Posen Foundation, thousands of Israeli students are connecting back to their Jewish roots.
Every year we have at least a dozen students going out into the field to teach kids, and each of them will teach hundreds of pupils every year. and thousands within a few years. So really the impact is quite amazing.
The Ofakim program has been, from my point of view, an amazing success from day one.
I think this is one of the best ways of having students identify with their culture. From the results we've seen, it's incredibly exciting and very promising.
The university did a superb job in getting first-class students interested in teaching Judaism as a culture.
I find myself thinking every day almost about what my identity as an Israeli civilian is. It changed absolutely my way of thinking about Judaism.
I think that Judaism as culture is something that can strengthen the Jewish people as a whole in the future.
If before the Jewish world was something I grew up in, something I felt alienated from, today I feel that these are the books which show me the way.
Instead of letting entire communities go because they don't adhere to religious law, when you consider Judaism as culture, it can be an empowering tool for all Jews in the future.